A federal agent and a man known for documenting ICE activity on social media are both injured after that immigration action earlier this morning. The FBI is investigating how all of this unfolded. This video comes to us from a witness who recorded it from across the street. You can hear the man shout as they give him medical attention. According to the Department of Homeland Security, this began as a targeted traffic stop.
Look at this tweet, guys. Right here, dude. Political punk was right about everything. 8 hours ago, one of these right-wing shitters posted, U.S. Marshal has been shot during an LA immigration enforcement operation. Federal vehicles were rammed. An undocumented person was also shot. But look what I said, guys. I said, was he shot by friendly fire? Bet you $10,000 one of the agents shot him, and now DHS is going to try covering it up, dude. I called it. And this guy's like, and you won that bet, except for the cover-up. Of course, it was an ICE agent, apparently, who was using his gun to, like, break the window or some shit, and he accidentally discharged it and shot multiple people. Of course he did. Because these ICE agents are, they're untrained, they're unworthy, and they're, undeserving. Dude, look at that chaos, bro. Jesus. I mean, just look at the way all these vehicles are piled up. Like, these guys are just not smart, okay? They're careless. They're reckless. They're careless. They're sloppy, okay? We do have to take a quick sidebar here about ICE agent fitness. Did you see this? ICE expects non-law enforcement officer recruits to do 15 push-ups, 32 sit-ups, and run 1.5 miles in 14 minutes. 1/3 of the people are failing the test. Dude, these guys can't even pass a basic fitness test. Shocker. Now, here's what's crazy, though. 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗧𝗏 has made a huge deal about this. About fitness and, war, and you got to be tough if you're going to be in the government, you're going to be in there. Now, granted, DHS is Kristi Noem's agency, but let's see if these guys lower the standards, okay? If they lower the standards, oh, bro, that would be wild. They would not be able to talk if they lower the standards. Like, come on, man. I mean, it's obvious that this guy ain't running 1.5 miles. Dude, I could run on all fours and I would lose this guy. Bro, there's no way, dude. I would climb one concrete wall and this guy would be done. Dude, somebody said to a burger, maybe. So here's what it was. A deputy U.S. Marshal was wounded by a ricochet bullet from an ICE agent during an immigration operation in South LA on Tuesday. The suspect, wanted for illegal entry, so dumb, dude, allegedly tried to ram law enforcement vehicles and was shot, according to federal officials. The incident sparked tensions in the neighborhood, with residents protesting federal immigration enforcement operations near the 𝗙ecie education complex. Now, here's the deal, guys. We have to see body cams. I am telling you this, I don't believe a single word from DHS anymore, okay? DHS has completely lost the trust of the people because they have lied about so much that I'm not believing any of their data. I'm not believing any of their stories until they verify it with cameras and with proof. They get nothing because we know they're liars. They've been lying in their content. They've been usurping other people's content and falsely putting it forward. All kinds of fake stories, right? They say this officer was assaulted. It was a thrown sandwich, right? They say so-and-so attacked the officer. You see, all he did was put his hand on a migrant. It's like, bro, they're scoundrels. So the incident unfolded at 9 a.m. in a dense immigrant community where, according to 𝗙cie 𝗏𝗋𝗆, federal agents were carrying out a targeted enforcement traffic stop of an undocumented immigrant who previously escaped from custody. Okay, he was 𝗙𝗨𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗧. He is a TikTok streamer called 𝗏𝐿𝐴, okay, who has documented ICE raids. So this guy is 𝗏𝐿𝐴. He's a non-U.S. citizen with a TikTok following. There he is, 𝗏𝐿𝐴. During the stop, the undocumented immigrant from Mexico rammed his car into agents' vehicles after they boxed him in and ordered him to submit to arrest. McLaughlin said ICE agents followed their training and fired defensive shots. But see, this is not accurate.
They say the man at the center of it is in the country illegally and has previously escaped custody. Per DHS, as they tried to pull that man over, they say the illegal alien weaponized his vehicle and began ramming the law enforcement vehicle in an attempt to flee.
See, here's what I gotta say, guys. This guy's a TikToker. He has a following, and he's been documenting ICE's activities on TikTok. So basically, he's been helping people evade ICE. That's why he was targeted, right? That's why they went after this specific guy, because he is affecting their operations.
Our officers followed their training and fired defensive shots.
Followed their
The illegal
training.
alien was shot in the elbow, and one law enforcement officer was shot in the hand by a ricochet bullet. Both are in the hospital. Now, we have not independently confirmed that account.
Yeah, we have not independently confirmed that account because you know they're lying. Now, what I heard, guys, is this guy pulled his weapon and was using it to hit the window or some shit like that, and it went off. Okay? And it fired and hit the undocumented TikToker and the U.S. Marshal. Again, I called it. Bet you $10,000 one of the agents shot him. I called it instantaneously.
So he's a very pacifist man. He's very calm. A lot of the police officers here know him. They know that he's very respectful. In fact, the city of Los Angeles has awarded him for the work that he does in the community.
Yeah, this guy is undocumented, but has been a powerful community figure. And now they're saying he rammed with the cars. Did you see the 5 cars surrounding him? I don't even buy this. You know, these guys are fucking clowns, man.
So we find it very odd what's being said about him.
These guys are chasing needles in haystacks, man.
There's one other thing we want to show you, Annabelle and Michael, before we go, is where we're located. We mentioned that we're on 20th and Maple, and just across the street is a school. All of this unfolding just before 9 a.m. There were a lot of people out and about, and it did cause a lot of concern in the community.
Yeah. See, you see that, guys? Here we go again. These guys are surrounding a car to potentially battering ram, pulling out weapons 3 blocks away from a school. That is so reckless. That is so reckless. This guy is not a criminal. He's not dangerous. Why are you potentially creating a possible collision or violent scenario right next to a school? Dude, so dumb, bro. Pick him up on another day, man.
Another thing to address, LAPD. Those are probably the most visible officers people saw out and about today, but LAPD says they were only here to handle things like traffic and crowd control. This was not their operation.
Yeah, dude, LAPD ain't gonna fucking pick up a TikToker. You know what I mean? They're not. Dude, they don't care.
Today, there was an ICE police officer whose weapon discharged and injured a U.S. Marshal and the suspect because they were using the service weapon to bang on the...
Dude, there it is. Okay, you know what it is, guys? It's this shit. Remember this guy weeks ago? He was an ICE agent in Chicago who pulled out a weapon, came like barging in to the car. There was a baby in the car, and he pulled the weapon out. They smashed the window out or whatever. So this is what the ICE agent was doing. He gets out of his car. He pulls the weapon. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I mean, the guy was so surrounded, you know he wasn't really ramming, but they're like, get out of the car. Get out of the car. And then he hits the window with it, discharges the weapon, shoots 2 people. Okay, not this guy. This was the old guy, but it's this behavior. Okay, yeah, holding his gun sideways. He watched Goodfellas one too many times, dude. Fucking dumb shits, bro. It's like, homie got his, where'd you get your ice training? Oh, I watched a couple of Scorsese films. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. Investigators believe gunfire erupted. Officer confronted the suspect's vehicle and smashed a window with their service weapon. While attempting to grab the suspect, the agent's weapon discharged. He smashed the window with his gun. What a fucking idiot, bro. What are you doing, bro? It's like, yeah, I tried to clean the meat grinder with my fingers, bro. You know? Like, what an idiot, dude. Right? Dude, because moron. Yes, thank you. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.